was going on. You know, there was some surprises, I can say that, but, you know, me being in that moment.
Terence Crawford has at last spoken publicly about his detention and confrontation with armed police following his triumph celebration in Omaha. The newly crowned undisputed super middleweight champion described the encounter and stated he possessed sufficient video documentation to demonstrate that the officers were behaving excessively, and their response was unnecessary for what was essentially an ordinary circumstance.
Seatbelt.
Step out.
I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening the
off
door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out.
Can I move my phone?
Yeah, that's...
No firearm, man. That was absolutely wild. I was operating the vehicle, so I wasn't impaired or anything. We experienced no complications with the traffic stop, but drawing a weapon on us when we totally cooperated made zero sense. I don't know if they intended to destroy our celebration or something, but that was uncalled for.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, really.
You've never drank or smoked, right?
I don't do none of that.
That's crazy.
So I'm just real chill.
Crawford additionally mentioned that he conversed with Mayor Ewing, a previous law enforcement officer, following the encounter, and the authorities had guaranteed him that an internal inquiry would commence right away. Therefore, he chose to retain some of his proof from the audience until the examination was completed and fairness was achieved.
And everything that was going on when it was happening, it was like everything just slowed down to me at that.
Me saying that we possess video proof with us, but will publish them after they finished with the inquiry. I believe there ought to be some kind of penalty for such incidents. This is emerging out because I'm well known, and regular people experience this every day and nothing is accomplished. After this interview, he created a post on Instagram to commemorate his birthday with the description they claim 38 is elderly, but I informed them I'm maturing like quality wine. Chapter 38 underway. 38, 3,838.
38. 38. It's a blessing. Hey, listen, I appreciate all y'all for coming out, celebrating with me, from the parade to the party.
The gathering. Interestingly, Crawford's chief of protection, Qasim Shabazz, was in the vehicle with them, and he actually revealed more about the encounter than Crawford himself. An officer approaches my window and an officer goes to Bud's window. I understand the procedure. Shabazz stated, an officer with Omaha police informed KETV that while Crawford was extending to retrieve his documentation, like license and registration, the cop noticed a firearm by Crawford's feet. He requested Mr. Crawford to leave the vehicle, and he did. And then Mr. Crawford was secured in handcuffs while they performed their investigation. Said Omaha Mayor John Ewing Jr.
Is what they was doing. Crawford, like I'm saying, I mean, anybody that's being held and down and disrespected wants to prove everybody wrong. I mean, if you're a real champion, you know what I'm saying? And then they're holding it back from you. They're seemingly...
The remaining 3 occupants in the automobile were also commanded to exit outside at gunpoint and secured in handcuffs. Police report they discovered 2 firearms in the automobile, but verified that the individuals in the automobile were legally authorized to carry, but Shabazz claims things occurred differently, stating Crawford never extended for his license or registration. He informed him, "No, I don't possess it on me. I abandoned everything at home." He had already informed them, so there was no justification for him to extend for anything. Shabazz stated, "You owe." Shabazz stated both he and Crawford had firearms on them. He informed the police he had a firearm. Following Nebraska law, he stated things then intensified. Bud stated, "I have a firearm too." The cop on his side then went berserk, totally unreasonable. He says, "Get your hands up, exit the automobile. Don't extend. But there was never a physical firearm in sight. Shabazz stated everyone believed we were going to perish. Man, Crawford was then accused with reckless driving, despite Shabazz claiming police stopped them over for speeding.
I'm just saying, it's just like they doing Crawford like they did us the whole time. They don't want you to have nothing and they don't want to give you nothing. That's why they burned down Tulsa. That's why they burned down every other black community. They don't want you to have and they don't want to give you nothing. They don't want to be with you and they don't want to see you.
Bud stated, well, how do you determine I was speeding if you don't possess radar? Okay, but I actually possess the cop on camera stating I cannot. I acknowledge that I do not possess radar, Shabazz stated. Shabazz has not distributed the video with KETV. After learning about the traffic stop, Ewing got involved myself. My chief of staff, Tom Warren, both contacted out to Mr. Crawford, and he expressed that he would prefer us to conduct an investigation. Ewing stated,
by Omaha law enforcement that you will arrest, held on gunpoint, Terence Bud Crawford after having a parade in Omaha, after receiving the keys to the city? Huh? Hey, yo, that cop got to be some hater, bro. Hey, yo, that's like...
Ewing then contacted Police Chief Todd Schmaderer, who approved the internal affairs investigation. He anticipates that by requesting body camera footage, there will be answers. Our responsibility is to not speculate. Our responsibility is to deliver the facts out to the people of this community and then be transparent in every step of the process. Ewing stated, KTV requested Omaha police to sit down for an interview, but they decided to stick by their written statement. The investigation is still ongoing. Ewing stated in a Facebook post that he spoke to Crawford after he learned of the traffic stop.
Crawford, the current 168-pound undisputed champion, being pulled over at Blick Point in his own city. Now, the police have said that this was reckless driving, something like that. The police chieftain made a statement. The man, Terence Bud Crawford...
I recognize the gravity of what transpired and how trust between law enforcement and our community is critical, and demonstrates the necessity to be continuously vigilant about building relationships. Ewing stated, Omaha Police Chief Todd Schmaderer has committed an internal investigation, which I support in desire to be full and thorough. We will collect all the facts and be transparent with the public about our findings. Understand that my heart sank in learning of this conclusion to an otherwise wonderful day and evening, celebrating our city's world boxing champion. Ewing stated the
holding Derek Jeter on gunpoint and arresting him after the Yankee championship parade in New York City, bro. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't even happen, bro. It wouldn't even happen. So this cop got to be some hater, bro. He must be hating on Terence Bud Crawford.
Hopefully, Omaha needs to remember this important day as a positive one, while we pursue answers to how it concluded. Meanwhile, we must guarantee that every resident, no matter who they are, feels secure and respected. In Omaha, Crawford became the unified super middleweight champion with his unanimous decision victory over Alvarez in Las Vegas. He became the first male boxer to capture 3 unified division titles. Crawford is 42-0 with 31 knockouts. The city organized a parade through downtown in Crawford's honor during the day, and a party to celebrate his 38th birthday was hosted at a live music venue near where the traffic stop happened. You.
He is the pride of North Omaha, our hometown champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the pound-for-pound champ, Terence Bud Crawford!
Hey! I'm gonna say that for tonight.
Crawford, though, Omaha police forced world champion boxer Terence Bud Crawford out of his car at gunpoint during a traffic stop for reckless driving early Sunday. Just hours after his hometown held a parade to honor his win against Canelo Alvarez 2 weeks ago, Terence Crawford made his return to Omaha, Nebraska this weekend to mark his controversial victory over Canelo Alvarez with a huge parade. The unified super middleweight champion proudly showcased his trophy worth a remarkable $188,000.
I'm just reflecting on all my accomplishments at my mama's house. That's where all my belts at. instance,
The belt,
you'll
which
see
Crawford treasures as a keepsake no
a
matter his
guy
future
headlining
championships,
at the Spirit.
represents the triumph of one
They
of
probably
boxing's
getting
most
a couple
awaited
of $1 million.
clashes. Among
But you'll
others,
see a
Eminem
guy
sent a heartfelt message to
on
Terence Crawford
the undercard
for his landmark victory
of
over
a big
Canelo
show.
Alvarez on
Probably making
September
more money than
13th.
that guy.
Crawford stepped up 2 weight categories and delivered a flawless performance to neutralize all of Canelo's strengths. He further proved that his speed and mobility remained sharp at a higher division, securing a brilliant victory. Claressa Shields, Shakur Stevenson, and his trainers, Red, Bomack, and Davis, were among the key names present. Though absent in person, legendary rapper Eminem's message to Crawford was played during the event.